Hi, my name is Renee Hobbs, and Leah Clapman asked me if I would say a few words to you about the state of media literacy. And I want to thank you, Leah, for the opportunity to share some ideas that I have been thinking about for really about the last a year or so. It's been fascinating to see how the rise of so-called fake news has led to an increase in awareness about the importance of media literacy. And we can see that everywhere in the context of a variety of stakeholders and programs and new initiatives and new funding streams. And of course, it's a very exciting and important time for that. So in a way, that's been a kind of an unintended consequence of the changing political polarization in our country, which has led to appreciation for the value of media literacy. So despite the incredible rise in momentum, you can imagine my surprise when earlier this past year, I attended the South by Southwest EDU event conference in Austin, Texas, as I typically do, and keynote danah Boyd took on the problem of media literacy and took a lot of air out of the sails. She, in fact, blamed media literacy as a cause of the problem of fake news. She said media literacy was causing people to doubt what they see, and that questioning media has led to increase in social and political polarization. She basically said, asking questions is destabilizing, and that's the problem we're facing right now. And of course, for me, that was quite a shock and a slap in the face. And I felt a little bit like it was kind of ironic that she made no mention of the structure of digital platforms and how algorithms are actually leading to some of the political polarization and the amplification of hate speech. And danah's talk was even more ironic because her shop, Data and Society, had just released the really great paper by Monica Bulger and Patrick Davidson about media literacy, where they note that one of the reasons why it's been so robust as a paradigm is the dialectic of empowerment and protection, that media literacy simultaneously wants to protect people from the worst excesses and risks and potential harms of mass media and digital media and popular culture and technology. And at the same time, media literacy wants to empower people to take full advantage of the potential of these resources, right? For learning, for information, for enlightenment, and even for leisure, and certainly for civic life. So yes, of course, we need to teach kids about how to evaluate credibility, but we also need to help them understand concepts about representation, about media economics, and about the aesthetics of media. So the rising interest in defining news literacy as the only form of media literacy that's out there has some of us a little bit concerned. One of the things that I've really been excited about is the way that librarians have offered us some really great insights on the teaching of media literacy. And with the ACRL information literacy standards, which are really these not a checklist, and they're really deep ideas about the nature of information in a digital age. And I feel like their leadership in emphasizing that there is no hierarchy of quality when it comes to information, that it really depends on your needs as a information consumer, and that really the concept of authority is itself a construction that needs to be interrogated, right? Because depending on your need, what counts as an authority is going to vary. I think the insights that information literacy scholars and experts have offered was completely ignored in Boyd's talk. And I feel like that really shortchanges the full diversity of perspectives that are part of our community. And of course, the other big omission that danah left out, and I think was such a disappointment to those of us in the audience, was that she ignored, in a way, some of the most important voices in the media literacy community, that of the youth media community. And of course, the PBS NewsHour Student Reporting Labs is perhaps one of the best examples in the country of a robust youth media program that supports student learning and that empowers them to use their powerful voices to make a difference in the world and to report on what's going on in their community and to understand the importance of journalistic quality. So it seems like the missing piece that you offer through the Student Reporting Labs project is this big, deep idea that media literacy educators value, this empowerment idea, that through making media, we have the capacity to cultivate creative expression that transforms our personal, our social, and our civic identities. And it takes courage to step into that position of being a public communicator. It takes courage to imagine how to use these tools with a deep sense of civic and social responsibility. But in some ways, that's what media literacy educators do. And that's why I'm so proud of the work of the Student Reporting Labs, PBS NewsHour. So thank you so much for your leadership in media literacy.